Good evening. You're listening to the Garden City Community Chat Show with your hosts Carrie, Tom, and Mike. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Well, hello, Garden City. Shout out to our neighbors, Westland, Canton, Dearborn Heights, Dearborn, Livonia, Inkster, just to name a few. Welcome to episode number 673 of the Garden City Community Chat Show. It's Thursday, August 29th, 2024. We're so happy you could be with us tonight. Hope you're all safe and doing well. I am your host, Carrie. Also joining me tonight are my co-hosts, Garden City's very own meteorologist, Dr. Tom Iwinski. Hey, happy to have you back. How you doing?
Oh, you know me. I'm always busy.
How is Kansas, Dorothy?
Not too shabby. But yes, we've always been busy in the weather department.
Yeah. Also, former City Councilman Mike Jones. How you doing, Mike?
Doing great, Carrie.
Good. Got your car back, eh? For the second time?
Yeah. got my car back. I think I've had it for like 3 days in the last 2 months.
Oh, wow. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
So tonight, with the local elections right around the corner, we've been extending invites to all the candidates to come on the show for you to get to know them, answer any questions that you might have as well. Tonight we have a returning candidate, Brenden McArthur. He's going to be here shortly, so stay tuned for that. Meteorologist Dr. Tom will be up first with the most current and accurate forecast for you. See what's in store for the rest of the week and hopefully a break in this heat. And then Mike will close out the show and get you caught up on the latest community events that are coming up so you can get them on your calendars. And while you have your calendars out, next week, September 5th, the boys from DSD Sports Chat. It used to be D&D, now it's DSD. That's Derek, Steve, and Dan. So they're going to be back with their predictions on the upcoming football season, hockey season, and their final thoughts on the Tigers making a push for the wild card. On September 12th, we will be off because we are going away for my birthday. So the 12th will be off. But then on September 19th, we're back with another double feature. Dennis Dykman, the carpet cleaner, is going to be here. Also, Erica from Erica's Custom Coasters. So that'll be an interesting show. And then on September 26th, current Councilman Zachary Witt, who is a candidate once again for City Council, will be our guest. So several upcoming shows you can pencil in on your calendars, and we hope that you'll be able to join us as well. I also want to mention real quick, if you're watching us live on Facebook or YouTube, go ahead and post your questions and comments in the comment section. You can find us live right now on Facebook, facebook.com/GCChat, and over on our YouTube channel, just search for the Garden City Community Chat Show. You can also email your questions to us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, and we'll do our best to answer those for you. Remember, we're here to promote not only our community, but yours as well. And speaking of community, if your community, organization, or business has any events, announcements, or cancellations that you'd like to get out to our listeners, what should they do, Mike?
They should email us, Gary.
Exactly. Email the details to us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, or you can message us on our Facebook page, and Mike will be more than happy to pass that information along for you. Remember, you're always welcome to come on the show and promote your community, your business, or organization anytime. We also encourage any local business to check out and join the Garden City Business Alliance and see what great things they can do for you. For more information, head on over to their website at gardencitybusinessalliance.org. Okay, we're going to get Tom in here now with a check of the weather, and then we're going to spend some time chatting with our guest, Brenden McArthur, council candidate. Stand by. Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away. So do we see a light at the end of the tunnel with this heat?
Yeah, we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. And we definitely need a break in the weather department because it's been extremely busy, as we all know. And this evening was kind of a break in the action. It wasn't too warm of a day out there. We are in between kind of a couple systems. So kind of gotten into the lower 80s today. We're currently in the upper 70s. And overall, it really wasn't too terribly warm of a day out there. A lot of sunshine mixed in as well. And overall, we definitely could use that break because I know Tuesday storms on Tuesday evening caused quite a bit of hassle for a lot of people in the area, let alone the region, with quite a bit of power outages and a severe line of storms developed. And you know how hot it was that Tuesday. And once you get that heat to build up, it's easily to get some pretty good storms to develop as well. And it was kind of a perfect ingredients of the two. And over quite a bit of people lost power. I think it was over like 300,000 people. There's still people, I think, at this point that are still waiting to get some power back on. So definitely was a very stormy Tuesday evening and nice break for the last couple days. But overall, you can kind of see as we go into the future, we're definitely going to be seeing just the quieter conditions this evening. Overall, we're going to continue to kind of see the general look of temperatures diving into the upper 60s for overnight lows, and just kind of inundated of some mix of some clouds and stars out there. But overall, as we kind of start and as we get into tomorrow, we are going to start off the day fairly quiet. We're going to be seeing those temperatures probably getting into the upper 80s to lower 90s again. So we're definitely going to warm things back up ahead of our next frontal boundary that's slicing through the central portion of the U.S. right now. And that will reintroduce another round of showers and storms Friday evening. And some of these storms could pack a punch as well again. So we could see another round of strong to severe storms, which could lead to more potential power outages and damage to trees and power lines. So this will be something to keep an eye on as we go into Friday afternoon and evening hours as our next cold front moves through. But once that cold front moves through with this round of showers and storms, we're going to start to dry things out and cool things back down for a change. So as we kind of go into the weekend, the holiday weekend to end the month of August, you can kind of see we might have some lingering rain overnight, but for the most part, we're going to be drying things out for the good chunk of the rest of the holiday weekend. We're going to be seeing our temperatures probably hanging out in the lower 80s behind this front on Friday, so not looking too shabby as we kind of go into the day on Saturday. The trend will continue into Sunday as well. We're going to be seeing kind of the more sunshine as well. Temperatures will be continuing to cool down each and every day over the weekend. We're probably not going to get out of the upper 70s as we go into Sunday to start the month of September. And then as we go into Monday, the 2nd, Labor Day, you can kind of see we're definitely going to see a pretty good day on tap for fall standards as we start the month of September. Probably low 70s, a lot of sunshine, really cutting obviously that humidity out of the equation as well that we have been dealing with recently. So not looking too shabby on that front. And then as we go into Tuesday, that trend will continue as well. As we go into Tuesday, the 3rd, really seeing those temperatures in the lower 70s continuing with a lot of sunshine and some clouds mixed through as well. So the good news is that as we go into Wednesday, we're going to continue the trend as well. I'm probably getting into the mid to upper 70s and staying very seasonable as we go into all the way through mid next week. As we kind of look at the general look of maybe as we get toward Thursday, it warms up ever so slightly, maybe getting into the lower 80s, but nothing really too crazy to talk about at this point. Our next potential round of rain could come as Friday into next week, as we might see another system kind of straddling portions of the region. But again, those are kind of low-end chances at this point, and we'll reevaluate that as we get closer. But really not looking too shabby as we kind of go into the foreseeable future. I just have to get through another hurdle of some storms Friday evening, and hopefully won't have too many issues with that round at this point. But other than that, quickly talking about some other weather across the country, and it's obviously been busy. It's always busy. There's always something to talk about. Obviously, right now across Michigan, there really isn't much going on, so that's good. But if we continue to expand outward, we're definitely seeing some storms across the Mid-Atlantic from Virginia up into Maryland. Quite a bit of flooding around D.C. at this point. A lot of flood warnings, which are these little green polygons at this point. So very active weather across the Mid-Atlantic at this point. And then as we go into the central U.S., that cold front that I was talking about is bringing widespread showers and storms across the region as this continues to kind of load up across the map at this point. You can kind of see up into Wisconsin and Minnesota, there's been a line of showers and storms with some tornadoes mixed in there as well, and a lot of damaging winds, which is the yellow boxes as well. And this extends down into Iowa and down into Kansas and moving into Missouri tonight. So very active stretch of weather we're in, but the good news is that once this front moves through, that's kind of straddling the central U.S. and that's going to be making its way over here tomorrow, it finally begins to kind of calm down the atmosphere and really quiets things down across the United States and really cools us down as well. So we just have to get through one more round of storms tomorrow evening. But other than that, some good news for a change is the tropics haven't really been too active. They're fairly quiet at this point, but as we get closer toward the peak of hurricane season next month, we're probably going to see a couple more storms developing, and that could pose a threat to the U.S. over time, but no immediate concerns for any hurricanes. So at least that's some good news that we could talk about. But other than that, that is kind of where we're at. If you want to go to my website, dopplertomsweather.com, and it will keep you updated as we continue to roll on with this active weather recently. And it's cooling down for the Labor Day holiday weekend. So enjoy that.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to those low 70s. I'll tell you that. That's our kind of weather.
I'm looking forward to Saturday night with no rain.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, Michigan Saturday night. That's going to be perfect weather, eh?
Oh yes, we'll be watching.
All right. All right.
Me
Well,
too.
have a good night, my friend. Go blue.
Go blue. You guys have a good one.
All right. We'll see you. Night.
Bye.
Doppler Tom, DopplerTomsWeather.com. All right, let's introduce our guest for tonight. This is his second time on the show since he declared he was running for council. Please welcome back Brenden McArthur. Let's bring him in. Hey, Brenden.
Hey guys, thanks for having me back.
Yeah, absolutely. How you been?
I'm great. Like you guys, trying to stay cool, but I'm here and I'm doing well. So
Right. So, Brenden, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody why you decided to run for council at this time?
yeah, I know we talked about it before too, but at the end of the day, I think we have a great city, great residents, and so much potential that's just not being reached at the moment. And I honestly believe residents deserve better. I've heard a lot of frustration as I'm out knocking doors from a lack of development, a lack of new ideas. It's been a lot of the same old, just go with how it's been. And I think it's time for some fresh ideas, a fresh vision. And that's what I want to bring.
Yeah, well, there's what? How many are running now for 4 seats?
I believe 8 filed. I only think 7 qualified at this point.
Okay.
Yes, 7.
So quite a few. So what do you think are the top issues facing the city, and how would you address them?
So first and foremost, I think one of the biggest things right now is there's a lot of distrust with our government. I hear that a lot because there's been a lack of transparency, a lack of accountability, and residents are kind of frustrated. That's our tax dollars. We work hard for our money. We want to know where it's going. We want it to be benefiting us and our city. And I agree with them. I'm frustrated too. That's why I'm running. And I want to be transparent. I want to demand accountability, demand transparency to our residents. I'd like to see, right now, the mayor has the mayor's forum. And I know Kim and Stacy do a thing every month, I believe. But I want to see council hold town halls as council. Let's give a space for the residents to come and talk to us, talk to council directly, ask questions, tell them how they feel, make it a place where residents feel welcome to come and share their ideas. I believe in a government by the people, for the people. And to achieve that, we need to encourage participation from our residents, set up those opportunities.
Right, absolutely.
And on top of that, I just want to be responsive as a council member. If someone reaches out to me, I want to talk to them. I want to hear their ideas. We might not always be able to agree on everything, but if we sit down and talk, we'll probably realize we have more in common than we thought, and come up with a solution, to reach our goals together. At the end of the day, I think everybody has the city's best interest in mind. I think we all want what's best. There's been a lot of long-term residents, and there's new residents, and I think we all see that Garden City is a great place. But sometimes you can make things better, and we should always be striving to improve.
Yeah, you have to reach out to the residents, that's for sure. And that kind of brings me to my next question. You kind of answered it already. How would you plan to incorporate feedback from the constituents in your decision making? And you kind of said more transparency, have maybe town hall meetings with the entire council.
Yeah, like I said, I believe in a government by the people, for the people. And we elect representatives to represent us, not because we feel they're better than us, they know more than us. They're there to represent us. So we need our representatives to listen to the people. And like I said, if somebody reaches out and if they don't agree with something I voted on or something I said, reach out, tell me. I want to hear your side of things, and then maybe you can hear mine. And we'll probably, like I said, come to understand each other a little bit better. That's kind of how our government's set up to work. It's how it's supposed to be. And I feel like we've strayed far from that on every level. But, at the local level is where there's a lot of impact. That's where residents have the most contact with, is with their local government. And I want to encourage that participation, that communication, and be that voice. I want to be held accountable by the residents.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, got to listen to the residents, that's for sure. They voted you in. And
that's so important.
Yeah.
And that comes back to, helping rebuild the trust, with the residents and showing them, we want to be open with you. I'd like to modernize our FOIA process so they can be submitted directly online. Right now, you have to print out the form and then, send it back. And that can be kind of difficult for residents who might not have a printer, scanner. If you can submit it directly online, do it right from your phone. Super quick process. And it's good for the city too, because it's easier to manage. Make sure we're following the laws.
Especially with your seniors, seniors are not that. Some of them are technically challenged. They don't have computers. They don't have smartphones. They may not know how to use them. How do you reach those people?
And that is difficult because it's hard to get in touch with them when the modern day way is electronic. We don't really have a paper anymore.
Right.
But I encourage them to come out. I'd like to maybe set up an event a couple times a year for seniors where we work with like the towers and maybe get a list from Meals on Wheels of seniors they serve in the city and try to arrange transportation to get them to a town hall. Something like that to help them get involved. Put up flyers around that area, in the towers, those areas where you can't get them through a podcast or Facebook, because they're important too, and they need to be heard.
Mm-hmm. So, Brenden, can you provide an example of a successful project or initiative that you've been involved with and were part of?
I would probably say one of my things I'm proudest of currently is has been my role as union president. I work in Canton Township in the clerk's office. So local government, my union's TPOAM. We have that right here in Garden City. I've been president there for about a year and a half now, and we've accomplished, quite a bit. Every day it's looking out for my membership and making sure we're doing what's better for them, making it a better place to work, getting better benefits, safer conditions. And then I was on the negotiation board for our contract back in 2022. We got a record contract as far as pay, and that's what my membership wanted, and that's what we fought for.
Oh, cool! I know you're quite involved with the Democratic Party too, club.
Yeah, I was on here a while ago. We tried getting a Democratic club started. It just didn't take off at that time.
Right.
I'd love to come back and try that again.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe I've been knocking doors. I've been talking to people who are like, okay, showing interest in getting involved. And I'm a precinct delegate now.
Yeah, they don't want to pull that trigger.
Right. Yeah. And I am a precinct delegate now. I'm the only one in Garden City, I believe, for the Democratic Party.
Really? I have been begging for that. For I don't know how long have we been talking about that, Mike?
We've been talking about it for a long time. I haven't been a precinct delegate for, must be 20 years now.
Yeah,
2026, Mike, you can get back on it.
I know I can.
Yeah, we're both
me and Paul Warfield were the only precinct delegates in Precinct 6 for a long time.
I know Dylan Wagella, he keeps telling us that he's going to, push that for us, but I haven't heard much. So,
yeah, it's a start, and I'm hoping, if I get some people involved, I'll get other people to join me, and get the community active.
Sure. Yeah. So listen, how will you ensure the city's budget is managed effectively and resources are allocated efficiently?
Well, I think as council members need to remember their job is to oversee the city manager, oversee the budget, not the other way around. And I feel like that was kind of forgotten in the past couple years. I went to a couple budget meetings where a lot of questions couldn't be answered. The treasurer didn't have a budget in front of him. That was kind of surprising to me because it's a budget meeting. And I think that comes back to needing that oversight, monitoring what's going on. And, if we're not getting answers, we need to demand those answers. It shouldn't be council gets pushed off when they ask these questions. They need those answers to make sure that money's being spent properly and responsibly for the citizens. Mm-hmm. And with that, I'd like to enact a responsible contracting ordinance that requires council, for when we're awarding contracts, there's multiple tiers they have to consider. As far as reputation, type of material they'll use, skills of the workers, price, quality, all that stuff to make sure residents are getting the best value. It's not always about just getting the cheapest price. If we get the cheapest price for the roads and they're falling apart again in 2 or 3 years, what kind of service is that for residents? We didn't make sure we're giving quality service and giving the residents the most for their dollar, the best value.
Yeah, for sure. Mike, you have any questions, comments yet?
No, those are all good theoretical ideas. They just need to be implemented.
Yeah.
Personally, I have no desire to go back to being a precinct delegate. I'm sorry, Brenden.
No, I was just messing with
Been
you.
there, done that. I'm 82 years old. I was president of the Democratic Club in Garden City for many years, treasurer.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
That's a position for younger people like you.
It
I'm
is.
hoping to get more of more people like me involved.
Yeah, we need to
Yeah.
push for that.
Absolutely.
Because we didn't have any delegates. I mean, that was just flabbergasting to me. I mean,
Well, that's how we wound up with our
That's
state
how we-
representative that wound up in jail.
right, Inkster had all the delegates.
Right.
Ended up with Jewel.
It's important. A lot of people don't realize.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
and,
very
and we just got to encourage that. And I'm kind of hoping that's kind of what I can help spark, by getting involved and
yeah.
showing the activity in the community.
So, how would you describe your views and visions of moving the city forward, different from the other candidates and current members, council members?
Like I said, I think there's so much potential in this city, especially in our downtown area. I drive through there all the time, and I just see so much opportunity. It's a great location. We already have great buildings there. We just need to bring in the businesses. And with that, though, we need to focus on bringing in residents. Over the past 20 years, our population has declined by almost 9%, while surrounding communities like Inkster have grown. The only other community around us that's declining is Detroit. So that's concerning. So we got to turn that around and start attracting young families that are going to set us up for the long-term future.
Right.
And that's my vision. That's what I want to work on. I want to work on, making our parks better. I know that the park bond didn't happen, but that doesn't mean we should give up. We need to keep working on it. And make those changes, make those improvements. Continue making the city walkable. That's important to families and the seniors in the community. And showing, that we have a plan will help bring all this together. If we have a solid plan and a vision we're pushing for, and we can show developers that, they're going to want to get involved. Everybody wants to get in the hot area before it's hot. That's the time to get involved because then you're locked in.
Mhm.
So we need to show what we're working towards. We have a vision, we have a future, and get people excited to join us and get involved. As far as the other candidates, I've been pretty busy out knocking doors, putting in the work myself, so I don't know much about them. I haven't seen much from anybody, and I hope that changes because absentee ballots go out in less than a month.
Right.
Voting starts.
The exposure, and I've tried getting them on here, and not hearing nothing, but I've had a few, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I hope we get more.
Now,
more people on here.
now that we have an economic development director, how do you see yourself and the council working together to encourage businesses to invest in Garden City? You kind of touched on it a little bit there.
Yeah, and I think it's a great opportunity now that we have the economic developer, and he focused on being the economic developer now. It kind of happened. A lot happened all at once. He got brought on, and then the city manager left, and he took on the role of city manager too. And that's too much. You can't do two full-time jobs like that. Let's be real. A city manager job is very demanding.
Yeah, he was wearing a lot of hats for sure.
Yeah, that's right.
Director too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that it was hard. It's hard to put a focus on economic development, which is so important for our city when you're doing all that. So I do think it's important that we work together and maybe come up with some things to incentivize businesses. Maybe we streamline our process. Maybe waive some fees. Run kind of like almost a campaign to encourage businesses to come here instead of Westland or Dearborn Heights. Because, when you drive down Ford Road, you see new buildings and businesses going up in those communities. So we need to start bringing them here and showing them why they should come here. Give them incentives to be here.
Yeah, I was disappointed to hear that Eddie's restaurant closed permanently.
Oh, I was bummed about that. I went to Leon's all the time growing up.
And then I think the old CVS there, that was a furniture store, they closed.
I heard that too.
So, we have some buildings, but I don't know. A lot of these landlords in that are tough too,
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard the city is pretty hard to work with for businesses.
Yeah.
So I definitely think we need to review that process and see what we're doing that's making it so long.
Yeah, I agree.
Tiresome, because I get why a business owner might choose to go right down the road to another community if they can get it started in half the time with half the struggle. So we need to make sure we're reviewing those policies and seeing what we're doing that might be deterring people. at some point you have to look at making changes. I think we've kind of reached that point. We have to try something different to get a formula that works.
Right. Well, like you said, now that Matthew's going to be in there full time, back to his job.
I think that's going to be great for our city, and
yeah,
he's going to help do a lot of good things around here. So I'm excited for that.
So, what do you think of them hiring Tim Gibbons? What did you think of that?
Well, I hope we get the best outcome for the city. He knows the city, obviously. Grew up here, so I think that's a major plus. And I'm willing to give everybody, a shot. Let's give him a shot and see how it goes. I don't think we should be trying to sabotage the situation from the beginning. However you may feel about how the process went, what's done is done at this point, and we need to try to work together to, again, do what's best for the city and succeed. So I'm excited, to have him as our city manager, and I hope to get to work with him as a council member.
Yeah, I think Tim would do a good job. He is, he's a lawyer too, so that helps.
I was quite surprised when I took Garden City University and went to the police department. I learned that, and that's a lot, to go through law school while working and having a family. That's impressive.
Exactly. Now, let me ask you another question, kind of an easy one. Well, maybe not so easy. How do we get more people at our community center at Radcliffe? It is so hard. I feel so bad for Danielle and Erica Smith over there because they're busting their butt.
They really are.
The people in there.
They really are. But, I think Erica has a lot of great experience. I've heard
awesome.
great things about her from other, my coworkers at work who have worked with her in the past to other communities. From Ann Arbor, which is a huge community. So I think I'm excited to see what she can do to help with that. And eventually, once we get things fully going, after the roof is replaced and we take care of all this little stuff that's been going on, I think we need to start, advertising to other communities a little bit more about the events we have going on. Encourage people to come and join us, and that could help our city too, by bringing people in and getting them to see what a great city we are, show the potential we have, and maybe get some families to move in here.
Yeah, because you're right. I mean, other communities can use our community center.
Yeah. And I definitely think it'd be kind of hurtful to us if we only focused on Garden City residents.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure there's people in Westland, I've heard great things about the arthritis class for seniors. I'm sure there's seniors in Westland, Livonia who could benefit from things like that, but they probably don't know about it yet. And we just got to get that word out there.
Okay, I was just checking my phone, make sure I didn't have any emails or anything. Let me do a shout out here to a few people in there. John Murray's in there. Hi, John. Lori Wilconis is in there. She says she wants to come on the show. Okay, you got it. I'll send you some dates. Send me your email.
Great.
Yeah, get her on. Derek Parton from DSD Sports are going to be our guest next week. Who else we got in there? We got Mike Leica. We got former Garden City Fire Chief Kathy Harmon. Hi, Kathy. Dennis Dykeman, who is also going to be a guest on our show. Mike, like I said, a few others in there. I can't see who they are because they hide. So I want to ask you your thoughts on having a husband and wife on the council.
Yeah, I can understand why people might be concerned. Personally, I don't see the issue with it. There's no real conflict of interest as it's a voter. The voters decide who gets the job. They're not overseeing each other. And I know them both, and I know they both have their own mindsets. If you talk to them, you learn that pretty quick. They have their own way of thinking, and there's really nothing for either one to gain from having them both on council. But
both out of one household, basically.
But they're two different people, and they have two different viewpoints. They're not always going to agree.
And I definitely think,
I don't know.
At the end of the day, it's the voters decide this. It's not unheard of. It's been in Westland, but everybody's talking about this. But there is another candidate, too, that's running that has a son that works for the city. That could be a conflict of interest when you have power over your child and the outcomes of pay, stuff like that. That can be a conflict of interest. And I haven't heard that candidate really address the issue, which is kind of concerning, because Jeff has addressed it. But if you're not addressing it, why aren't you? So, I just think we need to be fair on all sides if we're going to start looking at stuff like this, and pay attention to things like that too, because that could be an issue. I mean, it's definitely a conflict on certain issues.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's how you feel then. That's how we're going to put it out there. Who else we got in there? Oh, Kathy Harmon just popped in there. There she is. Hello, Mr. Chat. Hello, Brenden, she says.
Hi, Kathy.
Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. So anything else that you wanted to talk about?
Just that I'm excited to work together to move forward. Right now, everything I've seen in Garden City so far when it comes to the political aspect of it, there's a lot of division, a lot of looking at the past. And at some point,
Your country.
Exactly.
I mean, too, but
yeah. But there's a lot of looking at the past. We just have to look at the future. We got to look at how we're going to move forward, and how we're going to do that together. I don't agree with everybody that's on council currently, but I look forward to working with them because I think there's a lot of good we can do when we sit down and work together.
Well, you have to be your own person, and if you're going to listen to 2 or 3 other people all the time and rubber stamp everything they agree with, it's not going to work, Brenden.
Oh, I agree with you. And anybody who knows me knows I'm my own person. I always have been.
Do your own research.
Pretty driven person my entire life, and I've always been one to come to my own conclusions. And there might be times when I'm the only opposing voice, and that's okay. But that's how it should be. I feel like if everybody agrees on everything all the time, that's just as concerning as if everybody's arguing all the time. Because, like you said, everybody. You're voted to have your own voice and listen to the residents, and everybody has a different take on that. So we should see some disagreement. We should see some, back and forth. And that comes back to when we listen to each other and work together, we can see that we're probably closer on most things than we realize. We just have different ways to get there. And if we combine them, we can come up with a winning formula that really takes us ahead.
Yeah, you definitely have to have an open mind for sure. Well, look, Brenden, it was great having you on again tonight.
I really appreciate it. I love every time I get to come on here. It's always great talking to you guys. And
we're going to talk again after the election, see how you did. And even if you lose or you win.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about delegates or whatever.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get a date set up soon and, schedule for after November 6th.
All right. I just want to mention real quick, it's up on the screen there. You can contact Brenden at McArthur for GC at gmail.com. His website is brendanmcarthur.com. And he's also on Facebook at Brenden McArthur for Garden City City Council 2024, right?
Yeah, everybody's welcome to contact me at any time. I'm big on that. When I'm handing out flyers at the door, I point out that my personal cell number is in the back. So I want to hear from residents. I've had a couple take me up on that, and I love it when I get that text where they're like, hey, I had this idea for downtown, or hey, I have this idea, or what's your opinion on this? I love that. That's what I want, and that's what I want to encourage. And if anybody wants a yard sign or anything, please reach out. I'd love to support.
Okay. All right. Once again, Brenden McArthur running for City Council. Don't forget.
Thanks, guys.
All right. You take care and have a good night. Thanks for coming on.
Have a good night, guys. Thanks.
All right. He's got some good ideas.
Yeah. I think he's a fresh voice. It'll be good to have him. I hope he's successful.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes for sure. Let's see. So yeah, Lori wants to come on. We'll get you scheduled probably September. Or wait, I think I'm booked in September. It'll probably be October now, Lori. So
yeah,
send me your email at gccommunitychat@gmail.com and I'll send you some dates. Okay. All right. All right, moving on. The next city council meeting is going to be Monday, September 9th. Oh, whoa. September 9th. How about that? Mm-hmm. That's a special day.
Yeah.
Earth Day.
Do you know anybody who's going to be celebrating that day?
Yeah, I think so. All right, 7 p.m. in the council chambers located at 6000 Middle Belt Road. These meetings are a good way for you to get involved and voice any concerns you may have as well. All right, Mike, we're going to get you in here now. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, let's do it. We'll get Mike in here and get some of these events announced for you. Stand by. Well, when you say goodbye,
Time for
You
some
make me cry,
announcements.
you say you're
Let's get Mike in here. Mike,
You know it's like a happy day when I die.
All right. Good job. Here we go. First one.
Can't hear you, Gary. Okay, Angel Aid, Stephanie Peters provides at reasonable costs and a variety of services for seniors and handicapped people. You can contact her at 248-818-5334.
Right. You there?
Our notary babe,
Okay.
Shannon Coffee can be contacted for all your notary needs. Call her at 734-469-8821.
Yes, sir.
Hogs Backyard Barbecue, food truck and catering. Contact them at 734-612-6690. They have great food, I'll tell you.
Yeah, they do. All right. Let me get this one.
Straight Farmhouse Museum, located at 6221 Merriman Road in Garden City. They're open Wednesdays and Saturdays from noon to 3. For more information, you can go to www.straightfarmhouse.org. They got a big event coming up in October coming over.
Yeah. We're going to have that on here, I think.
Carpet cleaner, we're going to see him again.
Yep.
Dennis Diekman, carpet cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, upholstery cleaning, hardwood floor cleaning, residential and commercial. Contact Dennis at 734-299-6496.
Yes.
The Robert Lee School of Dance on Ford Road in Garden City, Zumba, and I don't know what that is.
Zumba with Danny. Yeah.
Zumba with Danny. Okay.
Yeah.
Get down, tone up. Thursdays.
Down, I won't get up.
Yeah, that's my problem. Getting down is a lot easier than getting up. Zumba Gold 12 to 12:45, only $7. Zumba toning 1 to 2 p.m. Is $10.
Yep. Thursdays, and that started already.
Yeah.
All right.
Penny Bingo at the Radcliffe Center on the first and fourth Wednesday of every month from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. 25 cents per bingo card. Bring lots of pennies depending on how many cards you're going to try to monitor at the same time.
Right.
My capacity is 2. I've seen some of these professional, if you will, bingo ladies take on 9 or 10 cards at once.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how they keep track of them.
It's real popular over there. So
Wayne County Veterans Services every Tuesday and Thursday from 8:30 to 4:30 at the Radcliffe Center. Call Wayne County to set up an appointment. 313. What is that? 506-0302.
Yep.
Also, the American Legion Department of Veteran Affairs every Tuesday from 9 to 3. They can take care of all of your questions about veterans benefits and so forth right over there at Radcliffe Center. You don't have to go all the way downtown. You can do it right here locally.
Makes it nice, that's for sure.
Yep.
Mr. Paul Werhan has joined us. He's watching in there. He just
95-year-old Paul.
95 years old young. He just celebrated.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seeds and Sprouts. I got one more class. It's going to be this Saturday.
Yeah.
Ages 7 to 12, $5 per child. It's from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. The report today was that there was only 2 kids signed up so far, but they're looking for as many as possible. Kim said she was going to bring some grandkids over, and they hadn't signed up in advance. So it's going to be worthwhile. G does a good job.
Yeah.
Household hazardous waste collection is taking place. What is that? August 31st?
Yep. 8 to 1.
8 to 1. You get in line quickly because that line is long.
It is.
And you will sit in it slowly moving forward for an hour if you don't.
make sure you have a full tank of gas, because I'm telling you, the line is wrapped around. It's at Westland Shopping Center. It's
Right.
amazing.
Garden City Public Library. Library closed on Labor Day, September 2nd.
Yep. Labor Day weekend already. Can you believe it? Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
The Mayor's Forum at the council chambers at City Hall is next one will be on Wednesday, September 4th, at 7:00 p.m. Free and open to the public. Open discussions. Tell the mayor what you think.
Yep.
Call for
Submissions.
what is that?
Submissions.
Subscriptions.
Yeah,
Submissions.
Yeah.
Window on Wayne Community Art Gallery,
Right.
3127 South Wayne Road in Wayne, Michigan.
Yeah. For more information, you can call 734-725-3811. I believe
Thank
they
you.
extended it to September 5th at 6 p.m. You can take pictures in Wayne, and they want to display them in their gallery.
Okay.
Okay.
Public Works Department, Touch a Truck, Saturday, September 7th from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock. I'll be at the Texas Michigan game.
Yeah.
Garden City Fire Department is sponsoring this.
Open house. Yeah. Same.
Yeah. Police Department also has an open house. The Lions are going to have a setup at the fire department, passing out cider and donuts, I think.
Oh, very good.
Police Department open house has also Saturday, September 7th. Chili
Yeah.
cook-off is September 7th in the downtown Garden Cities area. The open house from 10 to 3. Beer tent's open from 11 to 10. Chili tent is open from 12 to 4. Live music from 12 to 10. And the awards are presented at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, Matt actually got Michigan Secretary of State to be a judge in the chili cook-off.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll do a good job.
Oh, yeah.
Garden City Police Department event schedule. They have their open house. We just talked about it. They got Cram the Cruiser on September 14th and a DEA truck take back on October 26th.
Yeah, drug take back. Yeah.
Neighborhood Watch, next meeting is going to be September 10th. It's on the second Tuesday of every month, 7 o'clock at the Garden City Police Department.
Mm-hmm.
Kids Floor Hockey League for ages 7 to 10, $30 per child. Tuesday, September 10th through October 29th, is that?
Yeah.
5 p.m. to 5:45 for 8 weeks.
Yep. And that's for 7 to 10. And here's from 11 to
11 to 14. Wednesday, September 11th to October 30th from 5 to 5:45 for 8 weeks.
$30 a kid.
Yeah. Youth dodgeball, ages 7 to 11. And I don't think I'd be very good at dodgeball anymore. I don't move real quick. It's $30. It's in the Radcliffe Center, September 11th.
Yep.
Through October
30th.
30th. Thank you.
Yep. 6:30 to 7:30. $30 a kid.
Yeah. Dennis Wagala's next meet the state representative will be on September 12th. You'll be out of town. My wife is celebrating a birthday that day.
Yeah.
It's on a second Tuesday of every month from 5:30 to 6:30 at the Radcliffe Center. I don't know if she'd appreciate it if I said, we're going to go here, send Dennis Wagala your birthday.
Well,
my treat.
it's a shame you can't go to Golden Feather anymore. That sucks.
Yeah, that was her favorite restaurant.
I know.
She liked that roasted chicken.
Yeah. Too bad.
What's this USO stuff here?
That's that big show at the farmhouse.
Oh, yeah.
September 14th.
Right.
At 1 o'clock. Tickets are only $10 for that. That's a good deal.
Yeah, it's less than I'm paying for for Michigan and whoever they're playing that day. I don't know, some no-name team.
Yeah, they're going to have raffle tickets, and it's going to be just like a USO show. Take you back when the war was on. Pinup girls and pinup contests. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Community Shred Day, Saturday, September 14th from 10 to 1. You can also do prescription drug disposal and home pantry food donations. It's going to be at the City Hall parking lot from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Enter off Central Street from Ford Road. You can shred up to 5 paper grocery bags or cardboard banker's boxes will be accepted, and you got to be in line by 12:45.
Yeah, and they're going to be watching five boxes or grocery bags.
Yeah, because I think they overdid their capacity last year. They had so much.
Yeah.
So they're going to watch the limit a little more closer.
Yep.
Garden City Senior Center is presenting a Health and Wellness Expo. It's on September 17th. It's a Tuesday from 10 to 1 at the Radcliffe Center. It's a free event.
Mm-hmm.
The vendors that will be participating. Well, I can't read the fine print on that, but there's a lot of them, and they're looking for more.
Yeah. Yeah. Call
questions 734-795-1870.
Yes, 793. Yeah.
Lucky Squirrel.
Last one.
Outdoor flea market going to be on September 21st. That's the Southern Cal game. I'll be out of town again. The Lions are going to have a vision testing wagon there.
Oh, really?
So you can get kids' visions tested.
Wow.
Free of charge, no cost.
Oh, that's good.
That's going to be in the northeast corner of Ford and Middle Belt.
Yep.
From 10 to 3. Okay, Garden City Senior Center is sponsoring a trip to the Toledo Zoo on September 25th. From 9 to 4.
That is a nice.
It's Toledo Zoo and Aquarium.
Yeah.
Any questions, call 734-793-1870. Tickets are $30, ages 50 and up.
Right. Senior Discovery Days. Yeah, it's good.
An Autumn Craft Festival.
Yeah. Music, food trucks, crafts.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of stuff for her.
Yeah. This is at the VFW Post 3323 on Wayne Road, 1055, October 5th from 12 to 6.
Thank you.
Yep. It's another big event at the farmhouse.
Yeah, they're going to try to make this an annual event, a food truck Oktoberfest. It's going to be on from 12 to 8 o'clock. It's going to be on October 12th. I think that's the first. I don't think Michigan has a home game that day. It's nice. Beer, food, music, vendors. They're looking for all kinds of food trucks and what have you. It's going to be a big event.
Yeah. 6221 Merriman Road in Garden City.
Yeah. The used book sale, but at the Garden City. What's that?
Friends of the Library. Yep.
Friends of the Library. Thank you.
Yep.
On October 14th and 15th and 16th, 7 p.m. for the general public, 11 to 7 p.m. for the general public, and October 14th, 10 to 11 a.m. for friends, members only. Get books by the bag.
Yeah, $5 and stuff a bag.
Yeah.
Pat Six just joined us. Hi, Patty. Nice to see you.
Happy tennis. Yeah, too bad the Tigers going to win today, Patty.
I know.
Jeez, they couldn't buy a clutch hit for nothing. Wow. Anyway, happy 10th anniversary for Garden City Business Alliance. Yep. Come celebrate with us on October 14th.
16th.
16th.
Yep. 6 to 8
6 to 8.
to Radcliffe Center.
Okay.
Yep. 10 years. Wow. And that's all I got.
Yep.
The September marketplace was delivered hot off the press today. So
Oh, yeah. I'll
Yep.
pick mine up tomorrow.
Yep. So we'll have more on that next week. Yeah, a lot of good stuff in there. So we got Patty Fix. Who else we got? Did I miss anybody? I don't want to miss anybody. Mike, Paul Werhan, I got a few more in there I can't see. Well, Mike, with that said, I think we're ready to call this a podcast.
Podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. A big thanks to our guest, Brenden McArthur. Once again, to contact Brenden, his email is McArthur@gmail.com. His website, BrendenMcArthur.com, and he's on Facebook at Brenden McArthur for Garden City City Council 2024. You can contact him if you want to sign or just ask him questions. Also, a big thank you to my fantastic co-hosts, meteorologist Dr. Tom Iwinski and Mike Jones. Great job as always. Mike, any final thoughts before we go?
No, that new COVID vaccine is supposed to be available this next month. So
yes,
get yours before it spikes back up again during the winter.
I'm going to get that and my flu shot, so I'll be all set.
Yep.
Also, a huge shout out and thank you to each and every one of you for sharing part of your time with us tonight. We are celebrating 14 years on the air, and we owe it all to you, so thank you very much. Remember, this show will be available right after we sign off tonight on Facebook, so we hope you'll catch it at your convenience, especially if you tuned in late by going to facebook.com/GCChat. I'll also be sharing it to other pages, so you'll be able to catch it. And feel free to share the show with your friends as well. Also, catch us over on our YouTube channel. Just search for the Garden City Community Chat Show. You'll find not only this show, but all of our past shows as well. Click on the live tab, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the subscribe button. We would appreciate it. And as always, at the end of our shows, we like to thank all the healthcare workers, first responders, police and fire, everyone on the front line who serves and protects us every day. We cannot thank you enough. Be safe, and we want you to know that you and your families are in our thoughts and prayers every day. And when you see any of these heroes, let them know how much you appreciate them. Also, remember, the success of a community depends on the community, so please support your local businesses, and please don't hesitate. Vaccinate, like Mike said. Get that COVID, flu shot, RSV shot, pneumonia shot, whatever shot you're due for. You're not only protecting yourself, but you're protecting others as well. And Mike, if you see something,
say something.
Say something. We need to look out for one another out there for sure. For all your weather information, be sure to head on over to drtomsweather.com. He's got a great user-friendly website over there for all your weather information. So we hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for listening. If you would like to contact any of us here at the chat for any reason, once again, our email is gccommunitychat@gmail.com. And we do like to hear from our listeners. Let us know how we're doing, what you'd like to see more of. We will see you next week, September 5th, with our guests, the boys from DSD Sports Chat. Always a good conversation. Yeah, that's always good conversation with them. Yep. Right here live on Facebook and YouTube. So until then, follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/GCChat and on our YouTube channel. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your week. We will see you next week. Good night. Mike, take care, buddy.
You too, Terry.
See you, everybody.
Yeah.